I got some crazy news. They accepted my offer. Woo! I want to point something out. See that triangle-shaped building right there? That is Shang Salcedo, right? That is part of Salcedo Village, which is like one of the nicest in the country. Makati is worlds different depending on where you go. That was my next question. Title's clean?
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, great. I'm kind of drawn between gloss or like matte. There's only one way to find out. Here in the Philippines, the deed of absolute sale is the legally binding document that transfers the ownership from the seller to the buyer. Me. I've been going through renders all week of what ideally I'd want the place to look like that fit within my budget. So welcome back, people. Y'all hear that? Damn, that's so loud, dude. There's thunderstorms. It's not even raining right now. Welcome back. How you guys doing? I thank you guys for all the nice comments you left in my last real estate video. If you guys didn't watch it, I am considering buying a condo out here, right? And I have a viewing in a few hours, so we're gonna make some breakfast first before we get out of here. But if it all makes sense, if it checks all my boxes, I will take you guys through the process of what it's like actually purchasing a property, and if it needs to be remodeled, converting it into giving it the tender love and care that it needs. This is all new territory for me, and I've been learning so much. For this series of real estate, I'm delaying my posting schedule a little bit, so at least I have a valuable piece of information that I could give you guys and for me to look back on too, because I don't want to just rush to solely stick to the timeline, you know? So while we wait, I'll just take this time to share my gratitude for everybody that's supported me. I know I've said this in vlogs before, but damn, dude, just the locals, the expats, everyone, just people emailing me from around the world. It's awesome. It's giving me a new lease on life, and even though this channel doesn't get too many views and whatnot, that's your boy lacking on the shorts game, I'm just grateful. I'm in a good mood. I feel like this is like, now that I've lived here for a year as a tourist, it's like, I feel like I'm starting to get the ball rolling in terms of like the next chapter of my life. And I just turned 30 not too long ago, so I think all the pieces are starting to fall into play. Just in a good mood. So, I have about an hour to kill before we get out of here, but while I wait, here's a clip of a unit I viewed the other week. Hopefully it provides some more insight. So, this is a one bedroom? Oh, wow. Comes with its own balcony? Thoughts are going through my head, guys. I won an SIRV visa. This is one way to get there. Nice. Dang, you get a straight view of neon nights. You see that? The brain juices are churning. Let's see the bathroom. Okay, tile floors. Nice. I don't see any leak marks.
And there's a terrace there.
A terrace?
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, it's a windy night tonight here in Makati, but at least you get a balcony here. Dude, where can you find something like this in the States? Impossible. Thank you, brother. What's your name?
Oliver.
Oliver, Junie, pleasure. Hello, sir, for Junie?
Junie.
How you doing?
Morning, sir.
Good morning. All right, guys, we just got here to the unit. We're waiting for the realtor to come and meet us, greet us, and then we're gonna go check out the unit together. How's it going? I believe I called you just now for the 2:30. Yeah, that's me.
I thought you were a different person.
It's okay. No problem. Okay. How many square meters is this, sir?
31.
31 square meters.
I'll let you record.
Okay, yeah, sure.
So there's a balance in the association dues.
How much balance are we talking?
Probably around 400. But we're gonna shoulder the amount, the association dues.
Oh, you shoulder?
We're gonna shoulder.
Okay.
So we prefer, if you're interested, we prefer the buyer should shoulder the capital gains tax.
The capital gains tax?
Yeah.
Okay. And is there any structural problems with this? I know you said it's been vacant.
No.
No?
There's no structure.
And you said this was built in 20...
The building has been around 20 years.
20 years,
Yeah.
okay.
So regarding that, the ownership here is perpetual. It's a perpetual ownership, meaning if they do something with the building, pero I think there's no problem with the building. They're still renovating it.
Yeah.
Pero if the building goes down, you can get your shares of you still can get your shares of the property.
I see. So if they were to like sell the tower, is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I suggest if you're gonna venture it into a business, much prefer it in short or long term lease. Because in short or long term lease, you have a contract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you mean short-term, long-term lease, you mean like 6 months?
Yeah.
Okay. That's typically what is common around this here?
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
There's water.
There is water.
But there's no water in the restroom.
Oh, I see. This one's turned off.
That
Gotcha. No lights right now, so I'll turn the flashlight on. Okay. Alright, I'm not seeing any signs of leakage or mold, which is good. Crack here, which could be repaired. Do you know what internet line this building is set up for?
No, sir, I don't know.
Okay.
But you can communicate with the admin.
Sure. That'd be good to ask them. Door stopper down. Oh, nice. Comes with little.
And I also have a soft copy of the title, so if you want to check it with the registry of deeds. So
Okay.
the title's clean actually.
That was my next question. Title's clean?
Yeah, title's
Okay,
clean.
great.
So I can give you a soft copy. I'll send it to you through Messenger or Viber.
That'd be great. That'd be great. Okay, I think that answers all the questions I have in the meantime.
Yeah. If you want, you can check the amenities.
That'd be great.
There's a pool and a small gym.
Rooftop pool, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. All right, yeah, let's do that.
So basically, the computation for the capital gains tax of this unit is either the deed of absolute sale or the zonal value of the unit. So basically, in Makati, the zonal value here in the condos are like 120,000 per square meter. So times that up to 31, that would lead to 3.7. So they will prefer the what is more higher. So
Whatever the higher value is between the two.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So basically, the computation for the CGT here is around 220.
And as you guys can see, the admin building, from compared to how it is now, like it seems like the building is being remodeled too. I'm not seeing any structural water damage or anything. So thank you. Nice rooftop pool. Okay. Let's see what view we get. Elevators are super fast here too, which is like, it's a little thing, but it adds up. Nice rooftop. You get a beautiful breeze and a view of like CBD. All right, while we have this rooftop view, I want to point something out. See that triangle-shaped building right there? That is Shang Salcedo, right? That is part of Salcedo Village, which is like one of the nicest in the country. And okay, these towers are blocking it, but right behind there would be like Ayala. As you guys can see, Makati is worlds different depending on where you go. And like, you're not that far from like actual like more civilized areas in like Pobla, but it's crazy how close everything is in vicinity. Like when you have an aerial view, you know? Little smoking room I see. This seems to be a locker room, so let's not go in there. But nice little shower room you can take after you swim. Take a dip, have a cigarette. You know, after touring this and running the numbers, I see the opportunity. I gotta like compute a little bit more and think about it, but looking promising. And Josh, you said there was a gym here?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Here.
Thank you. Nice tile, marble.
I don't have a card, so
Okay. So we can just kind of. Oh, nice, nice. I'll just take a quick peek. I see somebody working out. Nice little gym here. You got bench press, some barbells, dumbbells, and some cardio equipment. And let's see, you work out to a view. Pretty nice. There's AC going here. Looks like there used to be a speed bag here, but no longer. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, guys, with the whole black and gold thing going on and the pillars, this and the scroll in between the elevator, this vibe kind of reminds me of like Caesar's Palace in a way, doesn't it? All right, guys, I think the viewing went really good. I'm pretty confident with it. I believe I'm gonna move forward. I'm gonna think about it a little more. But we are now at Scratch here in Makati, about to get me a smash burger, baby. All right, guys, Scratch so far. They supply gloves, which is nice. Look at this. So far, the burger looks really promising. Got that bark to it. Let's give it a one-bite review. I'm not gonna film the whole thing because I've only ordered this on delivery. By the time I got it, it gets soggy. Like stir, for example. That's a decent burger. Alright, 2-bite review. That is a decent burger. Not bad. Alright, that's all you guys are gonna get. I'm enjoying this, but it's too crowded. I don't want to go all day. I'll see you guys after, alright? Hello, sir, for Junie. How you doing? Yeah. Home now, guys. Wow, today was very educational and informative to me. Hopefully it was to you guys too. So, later tonight, I'm gonna take what I've learned today and I have to run it by one of my people here, run it through my network, and get some answers. I'll get some more answers for you guys too regarding this. But as of now, I mean, speaking with the owner that was selling it, he looks very easy to work with, which is very valuable too, and it's looking like a good opportunity. Good for me to learn and start off, you know? Big things happening. Oh man, I feel like I'm adulting. So, people, I've had a few days to think it over since that last segment, right? And I am going to move forward with this. I have a good feeling. The difference between this and the showroom that I visited last week is that, one, this building is already built. It's like a private negotiation between two parties instead of like me waiting for turnover, accounting for delay. It's like something I can actually go in and see in person. So, let's move forward with this. Step 1 of this process is making an offer. It's called a letter of intent. You send a letter of intent to the seller saying that this is my price, this is my terms, and this is my timeline. Will you accept? Mind you, the letter of intent is not the final contract. The LOI serves a purpose to let the seller know that, hey, if everything checks out, I'm serious and let's make a deal. And if the seller accepts the LOI, it'll be up to me to do my due diligence. Rather, that be verify the title, check the admin dues, check property taxes, make sure the seller ain't fishy. Thankfully for me, earlier, as you guys can see with Josh, he made a lot of that very easy. He told me the title was clean, he told me why they were selling it, why it was vacant, and all the nitty gritty. This part's kind of the boring part, but I haven't seen anybody else put it on YouTube, so I'm taking you guys along for that. So, after the due diligence, it'll be up for me and the seller, Josh in this case, to kind of talk about who pays what, our timeline for getting paid and turning over the unit. So, he said he would pay the unpaid admin dues, right? I will shoulder the capital gains tax, the document stamp tax, I believe the Makati city tax. I might be missing one, but if I am, I'll include it somewhere here. And then after that, we move on to the deed of absolute sale. Here in the Philippines, the deed of absolute sale is the legally binding document that transfers the ownership from the seller to the buyer, me. And then once that is fully signed and notarized, boom, that's the moment, baby. And we go from talking about buying one to actually getting one. And to be very clear, the deed of absolute sale is not the title. The title transferring process takes a few weeks to a few months. I believe more on the side of a few months. But the deed of absolute sale, once you have it signed and notarized, is like as close as you can get while the title transfer ownership process goes through. And how I'm paying for this, since I now have a local Philippines bank account, right, with BDO, I go and get a manager's check for the asking price. Manager's check is same as a cashier's check for us in the West. Now, I'm not going to give you the exact price I got it for, but you can assume that it is like less than 20% of what I showed for the showroom price, nearly the same size in the same city too. So, go figure. Now, to wrap this all up, I've loosely explained the buying process to you guys now, right? And there's a lot of things, updates that are happening day by day on the back end, so I won't be able to film all of it. Just know that the next time you guys see me, if I'm jingling keys in front, you know it went through smoothly. I don't want to jinx anything, so fingers crossed. And if this doesn't go through, the search continues, but I don't know. I have a good feeling about this one, guys. Good morning, guys. Guess what? A few days have passed. I got some crazy news. They accepted my offer. Woo! I can't believe it, dude. So, later today, Josh, he left the keys with the admin of where the condo is, and we'll be going in to do our due diligence checklist. And then from there, it'll be up to me to, like, really take a look at the unit and be like, do I want to go through with this? So I already put my deposit down, and if it goes through, then I go and make a manager's check for him for the offer amount. That's done by manager's check, and everything else I name, like document stamp tax, blah, 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 those have to be in cash, because those go to different entities. But damn, dude, this is all happening so fast. So, now that we have some time to kill, let's talk. So, now that we're nearing the end of the acquisition phase, right? Next, we'll be moving on to the remodeling phase. I've been going through renders on the computer, like, all week. I've kind of just been structuring and planning this week like the deal would go through. And now that, dude, they accepted it, it's like, I can go and try to make these renders into reality. That will worry about after the acquisition phase is complete. That will be part of, like, the procurement and the remodeling, the renovation phase. So, we have a few hours, and then we'll get out of here, right? And since I got some time to kill, I deep cleaned the place. Oh, look at how nice everything is right now. Dude, since I've been viewing so many condos these past few weeks, I'm like mindful of like gaps in this, like poor construction, I should say. Like this one. This gap is so big, I had to fill it with paper towel because when I edit, it would like, see what I'm saying? Dude, everything is falling into place, man. I'm in a good mood. All right, I'll see you guys when it's go time. How you guys doing? I'm back at the unit, ready to do some due diligence checklist. I wrote a few notes of things I need to change here, but taking a look at this, these duplexes all need to be swapped. This unit has been vacant for a little bit of time, so there's a little bit of tender love and care needed. I see things like, ooh, okay, they have a nice Panasonic outlet there. These are like the standard for me, these Panasonic ones. Gotta swap this out. Give you a little tour of the place while we have you here. I do like this parquet flooring, but these rotten ones I'm gonna need to swap out for a little bit. Let's go see the bathroom. There's no lights here again because there's no power and water running, but okay. Dang, dude, full-size bathtub. You don't see that too often in Manila. The ceiling for sure needs to get changed. Ugh. Nice, you guys see that? It's already got like a double track blackout curtains. You can have the sheer and the thick curtains, get a total blackout in here. With what I'm seeing how this used to be a hotel, right? I see a lot of duplex, plenty of outlets for the size, and not too much central lighting. So I'm assuming in the past they had a lot of lamps going here, but we're gonna fix that. I want actual like recessed lighting. Just taking a known inventory check of what needs to get fixed up. Like for example, this little door stopper broken. Just some more, you know, I gotta spruce up the place a little nice, but gotta check, see what infrastructures this building's gonna hold that it's wired up for internet-wise, because let's just say I'm staying here as a guest. I would want at least some level of acceptable internet. I'm not expecting fiber, you know what I mean? But I'm glad I got to stop by again. Like when I was viewing the unit with Josh initially, I was kind of just like trying to get to the point, get as much info out. But here I could like take some breathing room and really take a look and inspect things. I do like this parquet wood floor. I'll see how it looks after like sanitation and cleaning, but if it needs to come out and swap the tile, that'll make the remodeling phase a little bit more work. But right now we're kind of just focused on the acquisition phase and taking notes. Okay, given these dimensions, it's looking like 21 3/4 by 14 3/4. Also, this freaking Lotus, I think it's a Chinese brand. Bro, this stuff is like $5. Look at how like heavy duty it is. I love Lazada. This needs to go. I'm not really a fan of this headboard, but dude, just like measuring all the stuff and kind of like thinking in my head what the final product's gonna look like, this is such an awesome experience, dude. Another good thing to test while I'm here is the cell service inside the unit. Thankfully, you guys get 5G here, so I mean, even that beats me where I live now. Where I live now, I need Wi-Fi. Otherwise, it's like 1 bar LTE. Dang, it still has a chain lock. It feels a little rusty. I might do away with this, especially since it's like mismatching, you know? Not a fan of that sound either. Oh. Okay, I see there's mismatched handles. Oh, yeah, there's the stopper thing's broken. All right, nice. I feel like if I tug on that bottom one, it'll break. So. Just kind of taking a brief overview of notes. Forgive my sloppy handwriting. I'm rushing of like what things I'll need once I get to the procurement of materials for the remodeling phase, but can't wait. Yeah, dude, taking a look at the floor is like a deeper dive. As much as I'd love to save this parquet, like this is where the bed was, you can clearly see it's like this condition's so good. It's just with how old it is, there's a lot of gaps, and I don't know, maybe I would have to like seal it and whatnot, but if I'm gonna already get into the remodeling phase, it might just be worth it gutting this floor. Man, I wanted to be able to preserve it in an ideal scenario, because dude, look at how nice this parquet is. And like the wood, it makes it so like, it complements, it gives this place personality. What I see with a lot of Airbnbs is like, if you gut it and like just put some tiles in, although it's more better for like high traffic areas, but yeah, we gotta think, come on, this is not for me. This is not for me, investment. Measuring the viewing distance from the edge of the bed here, if I were to put a TV here, I would only be able to fit a 42 because of the protruding wall, and you don't want to screw the walkway. So I think what we're going to do is put a 55 right here. All right, forget that. This is not cooperating right now because I'm one-handed, but 55 here, viewing angle from about right, yeah, that's more fitting. I like a bigger TV when I rent places. Even though I don't really watch TV, it's just like, smaller TV feels like cheaper. Also, this area right here, Give me some suggestions for what I put here. I'm thinking like a big mirror, a little shelf, and a little vanity for like people to get ready on, but let me know what you guys think. Oh, actually I could do a coffee station. You know what? But still, leave your comments down below what you think. And then here on this protruding wall, I could put a painting up. That way it minimizes the traffic in between the walkway as you go through. Oh, all the pieces starting to come together, people. This is exciting. Checking all this stuff and doing my due diligence, right? I find that to be fun and like the easy part in the grand scheme of things. But taking a deeper dive in this unit, man, there is gonna be a lot of work. Yeesh. We'll deal with that when we get there. What's up, guys? We are now at Wilcon, which is comparative to like Home Depot back in the West. I have like a list of things. I've been going through renders all week of what ideally I'd want the place to look like that fit within my budget. So I'm just here like picking out tiles, dude, down to the nitty gritty, like semi-gloss. Do I want it matte? How are we gonna do this? And the cool thing about Wilcon here is you can pick out everything you need, add it to cart basically, and you'll get an itemized list with all the SKUs, so like I don't have to make that myself. And they can coordinate, I can order it in phases depending on if I need to demo the floor first, and I have to coordinate shipping though, so man, this is all happening so fast. Not gonna lie, after taking a deep dive of the unit today, it's like, am I in over my head? But for that price, everything's kind of making sense now. Wow, guys, these are all great tiles, right? Look at when you put them right next to each other. I think I'm leaning between these two. Let me know if you guys like A or B better. Since the unit is a little bit on the smaller side, I don't want to do darker colors because you want it to make it feel as big as you can, and dark colors will hinder that. That goes the same for like the wall color and painting and whatnot. You know, I'm kind of drawn between gloss or like matte. There's only one way to find out. Okay, yeah, we're going matte. I don't want to do gloss. Does that go for everything? Or just for this one?
For this one.
Okay, how about this one? Do you have in stock? Same batch number, 21 boxes?
I think, sir, not enough eh.
Not enough?
Okay, sir. Only this.
You guys maybe have in the back or something? No?
We don't have, sir.
Okay, alright, well, I'll keep looking then.
You keep any shade? It's okay.
Oh no, I'll keep looking. I need to find 21 boxes of the same batch.
Same batch.
Yeah.
We'll call the salesman.
Okay, that'd be great. Thank you. Oh, well, not available, sir, in the quantity I want. This is just all part of the game, huh? Hold on, let me actually foot test the glossy ones. See what I'm missing out on. Oh, that is kind of nice. A little slippy, though. So, I couldn't find all that I needed so far, but thankfully they have many Wilcons around. Hopefully, I'm gonna go in tomorrow and like really try to make a whole list for it.
Perea is knocked out.
Yeah, Perea got knocked out and he moved up to heavyweight. It's crazy to see Grab drivers watching UFC 250 at the White House. Finally home now. Wow, I'm pretty tired. I feel like I've used my brain a lot today. Dang though, this challenge that I brought onto myself, it is freaking good learning. It's like I haven't solved the pieces to this puzzle yet, but when it's all said and done, I'll be that much stronger for it. So, challenge accepted for now. I gotta think this over. A lot of decisions to be made. I don't want to rush into anything too. Man, using your brain gets you tired, man. Alright fellas, let's wrap this up. So, that'll conclude the first step in all this, which I predict would be the easiest of like, compared to the next phase, which is like remodeling, procuring materials, and trying to get it like the renders. This is like my first time in all this, especially in a foreign country. Like, it's like, aligns with like project management, seeing something to the end. So, this is like, it gets my palms sweaty thinking about it, but man is it exciting. I'm gonna try to delay, I'll try to get these videos out as fast as I can, but don't expect it to be like my every 2-day normal posting schedule that I usually do, because for this series of real estate, I want to like be able to provide some valuable information and show like progress in it. I don't want just like freaking daily updates to get a video out, you know? But I thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoying this series, and I'll see you in the next one, alright? Peace!